Welcome back to Kruze Club. Today we're back at Mercedes Northampton to check out another car, the Mercedes SL43.
Now this car is quite interesting because it's an AMG SL with a 4-cylinder engine. Yep, you heard that right. So in this video, we're going to take a proper look around it, check out the exterior design, jump inside to see what the interior is like, and go through some of the key features and tech that this car has to offer. Now the SL has always been known as a luxury performance roadster, but the big question is, does this version still feel like a proper AMG? Let's find out.
Starting with the front, we can start with these LED headlights. You can check the light signature with this straight edge and these two bits over there. The Mercedes digital matrix lights, I think that's what they call them. And come over to the lower bumper and you can check all of this is closed. I don't know why, because this is pretty much a performance vehicle. Then you come down to the rest of the bumper. Here it's open for aero, and I think it has an aero duct that comes down here for, you know, aerodynamic purposes. Then you move up to the grille. This is the Pan America grille, what we normally see on the AMG models. If you're comparing it to the standard Mercedes grille, you can check there's a bit of a difference. I know this is a different model, but I'm sure you can check the emphasis. But the front end of this car, I mean, even with this pick, my, it looks good. Then move over to the wheels, sitting on 21-inch alloys. Look at this, AMG on the strap, gray calipers. I mean, gray with this color scheme, I would have probably gone with red, but I mean, to each their own. It's got a turbo electric turbo. Otherwise, I mean, it is a 43, it's not the 63. Then move over to the back, come up, still got dual pipes, but yeah, you can check the rear one that's way back in there. Bit of a diffuser here at the back, AMG logo, SL43 logo, and I think this is I think they call it a night pack, because if you can check, this is not like chrome, it's a darker shade. But the exterior finish, then obviously ain't got no roof, got this soft top on it. Then the doors, dang, log me out. Wait, let's actually see if you can open it. So with the top down, it's a whole different car. So I decided to take the top down so we can see it properly. And let's go in. Starting with the doors, you can check Burmester sound system, leather all around. These titanium finishes, seat controls over here. It's got heated and cooled seats. You can even hear the air coming from like the back thing here, because it's got a fan, I mean, to keep your neck cool, I think, something like that. Then if you come down here, check everything, ambient lighting, leather. I mean, quality wise, it does feel firm. Close over the top, it's got Alcantara on the headliner. I mean, this is a snug finish. You can see, I don't know if anybody's gonna fit at the back there once you're sitting comfortable, but I mean, yeah, it does what it does. Center console is right here. Remind me later. App updates, man, you gotta update everything. But you gotta go up there, everything is all here. This is stuff that we've seen. Set up the car. Woo! Cold start, starts up nice. So we've got the AMG modes. It's got slippery and individual, like we've seen before. And also on this one, because it's the upgraded steering wheel, we don't really have to fuff all over there. You just do it with this switch. So come over on slippery, individual, and comfort, and sport plus. Oh, like the tone that just changed, although most of it is coming from the speakers, because obviously it's a 2-liter engine and it doesn't really make that much noise. But yeah, we will let it warm up for a bit, because I think that was, yeah, it hasn't been started the whole day, I think so, but I just got here. So we'll let it warm up a bit, whilst then we'll do the sound check a little later. Then, so that's the dial to change the driver modes. Then this side, this is traction on. Then I think it has a rear wing. Can we see it? AMG Dynamics. So you click it. I don't know if the wing is on now. Advanced. Let's see, when you put it in Pro, does that mean the wing will come up? Okay, we'll go at the back to check it out. But yeah, so this is the screen, and it's equipped with the MBUX system that we've definitely seen on different models. If I can control it, yes, finally. So this is the map, and I like the view because if you can check, right, whilst you're driving, you can literally see where you are, and it's not like a rectangle. You can see more of the way. So like, let's say when there's traffic, you're probably just gonna see it like, oh yeah, there's traffic there, so you can probably take the next exit out. Whereas if it's like smaller, it only shows a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, we're not gonna go through pretty much most of this because we've done it before in the previous videos. If you want to watch those, click the link in the top. Then over here, it's got a wireless charging pad. Is that gonna work? It says NFC, but my phone should be charging, but it ain't. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but wireless charging. It's got cup holders here, it says key, NFS, and you got two USB-C cables over here. This is just a wrist. So if you remember in the older models, this was the trackpad. So I think in this one, I don't know what it is for, but it's just here. And then over here in the glove box, in the center compartment, you've got this. You got more USB-C cables over here. You got the cubby hole right there. Not much space there, but you can probably fit an envelope or two. Everywhere it's all lined with leather, you know. Even the seats, AMG logos over here, leather, Isofix in front, so you can probably put your kids in there, and also your kids in the back, because there's no doubt that's gonna fit in there. And but yeah, it does say wireless charging, so why isn't that phone charging? Oh yeah, it's charging. Do you see that? Yeah, come on. So, and these, they got color on them, the turbine air vents, and they are blowing hot air coming out from there. Let me take my phone out before I forget it over here. And yeah, but if you don't want to use that, it's all flush up to the top. Everything looks nice. And yeah, let's leave it for a second to warm up. And now, how do you turn on? I know it's got a wing, but how do you open it? Huh? I thought you could open this bit. Yeah. So with the top down, it has. I mean, not a lot, but I mean, you can still fit quite a number of groceries, maybe a couple trolley bags, maybe 3. Yeah, one facing that way, maybe one there. But yeah, it does have enough. Then obviously when the top is up, you're gonna get more space on top. Then here it's just extra, you know, storage space. Because I mean, yeah, you can still take this off. Then you have a little bit of depth in there. And you got these. You got I think that's probably a subwoofer, something like that for your sound. And all of this is obviously automated, you know, but we can probably give it a sound check now. Okay, let me switch this off. Off. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's the animation. Exhaust off, on. All right. mean, it is a nice piece of decent kit. I mean, I won't mind it, but obviously everybody will probably choose the SL43 because of the big V8 and, you know, more power, more that. But this, for, I wouldn't say a daily, probably one of the most expensive dailies out there, but it is still an AMG, and I think I would like to check what's under the hood. It's powered by a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 with Formula One derived electric turbocharger technology, delivering up to 380 horsepower and 480 Newton meters of torque. Handcrafted by David Hoffman at Mercedes-AMG Germany. I mean, many would say an AMG badge doesn't belong on a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, or 4-cylinder car, you know, whichever way you might want to phrase it. But to me, as engineering point of view, right? Like if you're looking at the actual engine and the power that it produces, like this produces almost up to 400 horsepower and up to what, 480 Newton meters of torque. In other brands or in other models, you'd actually have to put money in it to get it tuned to get there, but this one comes stock. Although in this choice of car, it might be a bit questionable, because I'm sure most people will probably just pick the 63 instead, you know what I mean? Because you do find the same engine in the A45 and in the new C63, but it produces less power than in those other two models. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's what it delivers. But I mean, it does make up its own, it does stand up on its own, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a different take to where we're at, but that's just the world we're in. This is one feature that I really like these doors. I know they're probably gonna get banned or something like that. Can you open up? Yeah, I did it. Mercedes on there. But I mean, so it is a nice, decent piece of kit. But like I said, I'll probably prefer the 63 variant with this, just because of the V8, the better sound and more power. Of course, you're not gonna experience all that power and speed on these roads, but on that point of view, you can still enjoy this one based off that. You get what I'm saying?
So that's been a closer look at the Mercedes-AMG SL43. Now overall, this car still has everything you'd expect from an SL. The looks, the luxury, and the roadster experience. The design is aggressive, the interior feels properly premium, and it definitely still has that presence you want from an AMG. But of course, the big talking point with this car is the 4-cylinder engine, which is quite different from what people usually expect from an AMG sports car. So the real question is, would you still consider this a proper AMG, or would you rather go for one of the bigger engine variants? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe to Kruze Club, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future car reviews. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.